Hi, everyone. I'm Bethany O'Connor,
And I'm Annie Ricci.
and we are so excited to invite you to our free upcoming 60-minute webinar on Thursday, May 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, for those who have been impacted by the dismantling of the federal government agencies. So, this is for employees, contractors, spouses, consultants, anyone who's been impacted by this emotionally, financially, etc. And we've designed this webinar to help you process the grief and loss you're experiencing in the wake of these major changes, and also to reflect on and celebrate your wins during your years of service in your career, and to also give you tools to support yourself in those moments when you're experiencing big waves of grief, which is very real. And so, some housekeeping pieces. This will be on Zoom. It's free and 60 minutes. There are no breakout rooms, so don't worry about having to speak openly with other strangers. This is just going to be a very warmly guided 60 minutes of reflection and celebration. And if you cannot join us live, do not despair. Please still register for the webinar because then you'll be on our email list to send the recording. So that's enough housekeeping for now. I want to hand it over to my dear friend and coaching colleague, the wonderful Annie Ricci, to share about your coaching background and why you think it's important to pause and reflect after a major loss like this. Annie?
Thanks so much, Bethany. Super excited for all of you to join us. I am a practicing um,
Go ahead.
uh, master certified coach. And as you can see, this is sometimes not the thing that I do in terms of video recording. So I appreciate your patience with me. Um, I'm also a former practicing licensed marriage and family therapist. And what I know from my coaching and from my therapy background, both, is that when we have a major loss and we don't stop to take stock of that loss and we don't investigate learning some tools to help us deal with it, it can often come by and hit us up alongside the head when we least expect it.
Mhm.
So, being able to reflect after a huge loss is important to honor all that went into that experience and to also gain tools so that you're ready when it does show its very unhelpful head. Uh, and I think that the time that we can all spend together, learning together, will let us know that we're not alone in this time of immense change and grief. So I'm going to pop it back over to you, Bethany. Could you say a few more words about your background and why this webinar is important to you?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So, I am based in Boulder, Colorado, and also a board certified executive coach. I worked as a USAID implementing partner for 12 years. And after becoming a coach, I had a contract with the US Agency for International Development, coaching USAID staff in about 22 countries. So, I have also been impacted very emotionally in this process, thinking about all the people who no longer have access to medicine and life saving services. And I've been checking in on my friends in this industry, all of whom are having just big empathy and sadness and grief, Annie, but also they're impacted financially, many of whom are the breadwinners of their family. So they're having to zoom right past the grief processing and get back out on the job market. But what I need, Annie, and I know my colleagues need, is a safe space to do some of this processing in a confidential container. So my hope is that you and I can provide an hour of support to these wonderful, wonderful, wonderful community. And I'll ping it back over to you. I have so much more to say, but I'll leave it there.
No, we could spend all day talking about it some more. But I want to thank you for sharing what was resonating with you. So if this resonates with all of you watching this invitation, please join us on May 29th. If you want to sign up, all you need to do is click the registration link below.
Perfect. Thank you. Bye. See you there.
See you there.